let's get wacky. Tejano norteño, we talk to them all. Su servidor el bomb, Bomba Gómez, su compa Eddie el producer. And now it's time for Bomba's Wacky Wednesday.
Here's this week's Wacky Wednesday Classic.
La rosa que te di y conservas una coca seca para mí porque lloro las veces que tienes tú llorar. Me gusta.
And that was a Wacky Wednesday Classic. Remember that one?
Andrew Polito here from Hot Tejano. Keep watching out for Bumper's Wacky Wednesday. Every Wednesday, it's the best shit on the internet. Check it out.
One of the most time-honored bands in La Onda, the legendary, the Latin Breed.
Some of their hits include
No naciste para mí.
Más hermosas, no naciste para mí.
Mala cabeza.
De mala cabeza.
El cisne.
Cisne que cuando canta se muere.
Qué chulos ojos.
Los ojos tiene mi prieta, bonitos modos que li.
Yo vendo unos ojos negros.
Vendo unos ojos negros.
Ay, mujer.
Ay, mujer, no me guardes más rencor. Si supieras en lo
Todos dicen.
todos dicen que eres mala, que te vieron en los brazos.
El Tejano enamorado.
El tejano enamorado, y al cabo que me han
Sin tu amor.
nada es lo mismo. Sin tu amor no estoy igual.
Come and get it.
If you want the love of a man, come and get it. If you want the love of a man,
Pick a number.
pick a number 1 to 10, and I'll show you how much I love
Vida amiga.
you. Hace tiempo que no te digo que te quiero.
The Latin Breed.
coming to a venue near you.
Me desespero. Lo que siento es lo más grande para mí. Vida mía, es mi anhelo yo poderte.
Pinners, San Antonio's premier men's clothing store. From suits to casual wear and accessories to our authentic Guayaberas, Pinners is known not only for our outstanding quality, but for our free expert custom tailoring to ensure you get the perfect fit every time. The experience of being fitted at Pinners is one of a kind. Come see why Pinners has been serving our customers for over 100 years. Located downtown on West Commerce with convenient free parking. Pinners, family owned since 1916.
Looking to purchase your dream home or what to sell your existing home? Call our friend Ricky Ray, the realtor, at 956-424-5724. He will help you get approved. No credit, low credit, no problem. So give him a call today at 956-424-5724.
Wacky Wednesday.
It's Wacky Wednesday con El Bumper.
Unfiltered, the real deal. No pre-planning, no chingaderas. Straight up from the bill.
Wacky Wednesday.
B-Town's very own
It's Wacky Wednesday con El Bumper.
Here's your host, Bumper Gomez.
And we are live, ladies and gentlemen. Sorry about the technical difficulties. We were just trying out some new stuff. Eddie had it flying, and he let it go full throttle, and it kind of backed out on us. So we had to restart again, and we know we can't let it go full throttle. Porque don't press that button. Don't press that button again. Ladies, don't adjust your screen, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, there is a lot of white hair right there. Hey. You always see me with a hat on or a cap on. Tonight, me and my guest, we're getting ready to feel the wind in our hair, out in the water, in the beautiful country of Mexico, and a boat in the middle of the Gulf of Mexico. You're getting ruffle feathers already, right? No, ladies and gentlemen, I'm here with some legends, and it is just an honor for me to even have this name associated with the show. It's been a long time coming. There's been some people that have been in here before. They've been in the studio before. I'm not mentioning no names. Right, Melo?
That's right.
Yeah, man. So he didn't bring his cat tonight. He usually brings his cat with him, but he's chilling out at home. But welcome to the show. I hope you guys are having a fantastic Wednesday, wherever you're finding, the show tonight. To all our fans in the Midwest, I've been praying for you guys, man. I see the snow and the ice and literally the ice in the Midwest. I chingo de ice allá in the Midwest. Right? Get rid of the ice. Get rid of the ice. Get rid of the snow. Get rid of it all. But welcome to Bumper's Wacky Wednesday. I'm back. Me and Eddie, we literally just left. We shut the studio down last Wednesday, Ben. We shut it down. And we both literally just left, and we went to different parts of the country. I FaceTime Eddie. I'm literally in 88-degree weather, sitting on a beach in Clearwater, and Eddie's got a triple fat goose. He's like minus 40 in Chicago, right? But we both made it back safely. So gracias a Dios, we're back at home right here in San Antonio. So un saludos to our good friends in the Midwest, La Familia Mancha, of course, our Milwaukee Mexican Fiesta crew. Everybody, man, thank you guys so much. Our Midwest fans have grown so much. Big thank you to all the, especially the Familia Mancha and the Mexican Fiesta. They've let us grow. They've helped us grow a lot. We've grown so much. So thank you so much. And again, everybody watching from all over the United States and Mexico, gracias. Ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, my guest this evening, from right here in San Antonio, Texas. Well, some of them. Some going to have to call in, right?
Some were calling in. They're transplants.
The homies. These guys are getting ready. We're getting ready to get on that boat. Guys, make some noise for my good friends, the Latin Breed.
Yeah.
Hello. I'm going to tell you right now, Ben, everybody's like, where's the horns?
Right.
Where's the keyboard? Because usually when I say my friends, the group, I know they go into the team. But not tonight. They had to pre-board everything on the boat. I'm telling you guys what happened. They had to send all the instruments ahead. They got to get pre-checked by security. Todo el pedo.
They're on the ferry right now.
They're on the ferry. No, Ben, man, welcome to the show, brother. Thank you guys for being here, man.
Yeah, thanks for having us again. It's an honor. You guys have been on for a while now, and I like the transition with the hair to the beach. I thought you were gonna say you're kicking it old school with the Latin Breed with the gray hair.
No, bro, it's for the hair and the wind. I'm getting it ready, dog. I'm getting it ready, bro. Put highlights. My wife did a good job on my highlights.
No, we're happy to be here. Like I said, it's a cool thing that you got going on here with the podcast, and saludos to all your success and for all the stuff that you've been doing. So we're happy to be here. The Breed is one of those. We're a legacy group, and we're always around type of thing. I'm sure people will notice some familiar faces and some new faces. We had a couple of the guys that weren't able to make it tonight. Of course, we have all kinds of age groups in this group. So Sometimes we let them stay at home because it's cold outside. We're all bundled up because it's chilly out
Ben
here.
looked at his
San Antonio
watch. He
tonight.
said it's after 7 o'clock.
Chilly.
Yeah, man. I don't think they're gonna come.
They're already in bed.
I mean, they don't go unless it's on the bus in the dark.
Oh, I got you.
No, but this is a great opportunity to introduce you, of course, to some of the new faces in the group, and of course, faces you'll see on the cruise and all the stuff that we got coming out in the upcoming year this year. So, saludos to Bumper.
Saludos, brother. Salute
to all
to
your
everybody
viewing
watching.
audience.
To the Latin Breed, baby, in the
Latin
house.
Breed.
That's right.
All right. Well, Ben, if you want to go around, we'll introduce the band.
Yeah.
Work you guys' way around.
I'll start over here, actually, behind me. So you can see the little head popping up from my shoulder. No, this is a trumpeter, of course, here from San Antonio, JB Bolgren. JB been for the group now for...
Be 4 years in September.
It's going on 4 years already. And that's kind of the thing with this group. You get in as a sub, and then all of a sudden you're just there for 4 years, and then, hey, you're part of the group, man.
But Ben, real quick, if you can get the mic a little bit closer to you, just scoot a little bit that way towards you. Okay, so one more time. His name is...
JB Bolgren.
That's what I wanted you to emphasize.
You wanted to get that in there.
Bolgren.
That's right. Bolgren from the North Hampshire Bolgrens, I believe.
That's right.
Bolgren, is that a Latino last name?
It's Czechoslovakia. Yeah.
Oh, really? So
all the way from across the pond. Yeah.
So you're Czechoslovakian?
Yep. And then family made its way over there. I'm originally from Brandon, Florida. Right outside Tampa.
Oh, shit. Are you from the A13? Okay, all right. So you went to Brandon High School?
No, I moved here when I was 5. Right before I turned 5, we moved.
Oh, that don't count, bro. Yeah. Give me back my dad.
JB. So JB's in charge of all of our documents. He rides up front in case there's any checkpoints. He does our taxes.
That's right.
And
what taxes?
Oh my goodness, man. Saludos to everybody. I just saw somebody, I think it was Alex. Everybody tuning in on the David Lee Gotta Say Los Musicales cruise out in the water and still watching Bumpers Wacky Wednesday. Thank you guys. Appreciate that.
Next up, we got on our drums. Of course, you know this gentleman here, Melo Hernandez from Toledo, Ohio. Melo's been with the group now for how many years?
Well, I started in 22.
March
of 22.
Oh, shoot. That means mine. Yeah. You're right. Mine was. I'll be 5 years in September.
I'm about to start my 4th year.
So Czechoslovakian, Ohioan.
That's like a off-breed of Viking.
And the youngest guy over here hiding behind my hair.
And of course, our guitar.
I'm the oldest guy here.
Our guitarist, right in front of the guitar. This man's a legend in La Onda. I'm sure people know his face, and of course, they know his name and his licks, and of course, all that good stuff. Mr. Tony Hernandez on the guitar. He's been with us for a few years now, right? At this point, at least
Lord willing, in
2 or
March
3.
will be
4 years now. Yeah. See, time flies. This is kind of one of those it is one of those time traps kind of thing,
And Ben, how long? How many years?
So I've been with the group. My name is Ben Miranda. I've been the vocalist now I'm going to be going on 8 years, I believe, this year. I started back in the teens. 2018.
2018. Hey, bro, you know what's crazy is that, excuse me, stupid beer. But, here lately, I've been hearing younger kids like, last century.
Yeah.
And I'm thinking to myself,
hey,
they can say that shit now,
they can.
bro.
I always tell my kids, back in the 1900s, we used to do it like this, which is true.
Don't say that.
I'm going to start using that in my history class, man.
Right? Hey, so you're a teacher?
Teacher, yes, sir. Middle school, Divine Middle School.
Oh, awesome, man. We get some cool people that come across the show, man. That I love people that, this is why I really love the show, because you guys get to see a different, you see the Latin Breed, you see them on stage. There's a lot of, I mean, what are you at, 13, 14 guys?
No, about 11 right now on stage, I think, is what we have.
11?
Yeah.
Total
on stage.
And the roadies?
And then, a couple merch folks.
Okay, so see,
stage
I was right.
hands.
You go 14, they go 14,
tax
15 guys.
Preparation.
No, man, but it's cool because people get to know the Latin Breed in a different way.
Yeah.
But you're absolutely right, Ben. The Latin Breed is the intro that you guys have is super super cool because it goes through all those songs, right?
Mm-hmm.
But all those songs are in different times.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean? It's a time capsule. The Latin Breed is a freaking time capsule in itself. You know what I mean? And so I remember the Latin breed. Like my parents loved the Latin breed. My tios loved the Latin breed. You know, I grew up listening to the Latin breed. And people have said this, and I don't want to offend nobody. I've told him before when we're driving. I just wasn't ever like a big, huge Latin breed fan until J.
Breaking the rules.
Yeah. That's kind of where it. Now it's weird because now that I'm older, and I think a lot of people can agree with me. Now that I'm older, I go back and listen to some of the old Latin breed. I'm like, dude, why didn't I like that? Shit's freaking badass. Exactly. You know what I mean? Yeah. And I think a lot of people are like me.
Yeah. No. It's, honestly, it's no different. And I always say we're a legacy group because, again, that's the first, thing that I always, well, that's not the original group. I mean, well, yeah, because the band's been going on since 1969. So there's a large history that coincides with Tejano music and the culture and all that stuff. And like you said, everybody in your family, different age groups can relate because the breeds had hits every decade practically.
Bro, 56 years?
Yeah. And to your point, most of us, we didn't know about the breed except for the Breaking the Rules era and forward.
And forward,
you know
what
I mean?
Yeah.
And so it's very cool for us to be able to share the catalog. The coolest thing I think about the Latin breed, and there's a couple other legacy bands out there like that, but the coolest thing here is that we get to stand on the shoulders of the success of the group, and share the music that they created 50 plus years ago. And that's the cool part because every weekend when we go out and play, there's the age groups are so vast at our shows. Mm-hmm. And the cool part is that we always have folks come up with the old records. They wanted to sign this. I remember you guys played for my...
They're looking at it like...
Yeah. And they're saying, they always say, which one? And we always point to a couple of the guys. Those guys right there, go talk to them. That's right. The only ones you're going to find on the album. That's from 1973. I wasn't even born.
Oh, goodness.
But, you also see they bring their kids.
Yeah.
They're bringing the kids are bringing their parents, and then they become fans. And Charlie always has a saying, you come as a fan, you leave as family. And that's kind of the Latin breed legacy there is that it's 50 plus years of kind of family and traditions and that kind of thing.
Speaking of Charlie, he's the vato that's stuck in the ice, Alaska or something like that.
Yeah.
I think we got him. He might be calling.
I'm here.
Alaska. Charlie, are you here?
Hey guys, how are you?
Hey boss.
There he is, right there. Charlie, can you scoot over a little bit to your right? A ver, just
to
a
my
little bit.
right?
Yeah. Hi,
there you go.
right there,
How's
perfect,
that?
right there.
I don't think he moved.
Oh, did he move? No, we wanted you to move, but leave the phone alone.
Turn the phone back.
Go back a little bit. We're trying to send you.
Hey guys, you haven't got paid yet, Doc. $10.
Oh goodness. Well,
Yeah.
Charlie, welcome to Bumpers Wacky Wednesday, man. How many years has Charlie been with the Latin breed?
20 going on 22 years.
22.
But
years.
I was a sub for the Latin breed in the 90s. And I knew the guys from way back. In fact, Rudy Guerra, the founder, I knew Rudy Guerra when I was 14, when he was with Sonny. In fact, in 73, Rudy offered me the gig to come back with the Latin breed, with the return of the Latin breed, because the Latin breed was formed in 69 and it was only lasted a few months and it was reformed in 73. But I declined the offer because I wanted to finish my music degree. So fast forward, here I am, and we're still at it, guys. 57 years.
I was off by a year.
Yeah, no, and Charlie really deserves his flowers because he's done a great job of continuing the legacy, right? Because as I mentioned, the band has changed. It's kind of like watching the Lakers, or the Yankees.
Oh yeah,
it's a different lineup every few years.
No,
you know what I'm saying?
Absolutely. I mean, from 1969, bro. I mean,
there's no Mickey Mantle still playing. You know what I mean? But the thing of it is that the music, right? The music is the lasting legacy there. You go to a Latin breed show today, and I always tell the crowd, I say, close your eyes. We're gonna take you back in time because we sound like the 1970s Latin breed because we have original folks and charts and all that kind of stuff, and the way that the music continues to always remain constant. That's kind of the
and Charlie. So you're the longest tenure up.
Actually, Frank, he was going to be here tonight.
Yeah, Frank.
So
okay.
Frank Bettis is I think he's been in the band since, is it 73, 74, Charlie?
74. I think 74. Yeah. And
So
like
he's-
a couple of us, we've been in and out and back, you know, keep coming back home, you know. But, you know, speaking of the charts and trying to keep the originality, that's where Frank Pettis comes in with the horn arrangement. But also, I want to give kudos to Tony, who's right behind you. He said, "Hey, boss, you know, I want to keep it like it's recorded and try to stay true." Yeah, we changed some things on stage, but Tony is over the rhythm section and Frank over the horns with the arrangement. And again, a bunch of great guys that we have. You know, JB, he goes from lead trumpet to second trumpet. Mello and I are the backup vocals for Ben. You know, and all the guys in the band, they're really, really, really good guys. And believe me, I've been through a lot of guys over these years, you know.
Well, you know, Charlie, one thing that I always admired about the Latin breed, and you know, there's questions, I guess for you and Ben and maybe yourself as well. You know, I spent, I don't want to say half because I'm already going to be 50 here in 2 weeks, right? But I spent a big portion of my adult life in Califas, in California, right? And so while I was there, the Latin breed is probably one of the Latin breed, Little Joe, were probably some of the very few Tejano groups that played there on a regular basis in California. But I think a lot of it comes from, and you know, I always tell people, like, where I'm going to have that week, I like to go through their music. And, you know, I again, going back, like, I didn't know that. Yeah. The oldies. You guys played a lot of English oldies that you know, that's the like we love Tejano here in Texas. People say, well, if you've never lived in California, Tejano is not like that's not like their cup of tea, right? The Chicanos that live there, their cup of tea is oldies, right? And so Latin Breed has been a group that's been able to, you know, over the years, go over there and play consistently. You know what I mean? Do you, Charlie? Do you think that is because of California keeping your fans over there content, or is this something you guys have always done? That's always been
first of all, our music was considered Chicano music in the beginning. That's what it was called, and later it became Tejano because we're from Texas. But going back to California, we still play some of the good oldie stuff, Khalifa style, you know, for the lowriders. And when we were in Sacramento a few years back, you know, we did that. And we've played the Sacramento State Fair and before, and we've done all those things. You know, Vegas the same way. We're going to be in Vegas in July, and we're going to gear up for those crowds too, because we're going to have a lot of people from California there as well. You know, but yeah, we play a variety. You know, I'm proud to say that you know, the foundation is with the rhythm section. They're the guys that keep the band, the foundation, and then you have the horn section, right? And then you have the cherry on top, and that's Ben. When you put all those combinations together, I mean, you can't go wrong. You know, because a lot of times the bands are lopsided. You got a great band with a singer that can't sing, or vice versa.
Any names?
Hey, it's true. No, you know who they are. But you know, we're very fortunate that the Latin Breed has always had fantastic singers from day one. You know, starting with the original member Jimmy Edward. You know, and I will say one thing about Ben here, that he sings all those songs in the original key that Jimmy did when Jimmy was 18, 19, 20 years old. And we don't have to lower any keys. So all of those things are what keep us going today. You know, it's hard to book an 11-piece band. I know I go through it daily, and, you know, they want to pay us what they pay a 4 or 5-piece band. I said, well, look what you're getting. You're getting an army over here with a full sound. We refuse, and especially me, to lessen the sound of the Latin Breed. Yeah, we can cut down to 2 horns, 3 horns and get by, but you're not going to get the true sound.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
So all of these things, I know I'm jumping off here, but all of these things are relative to the Latin Breed sound, keeping it true today. And like I said, I've got a bunch of great guys. You know, everybody has a role in the band. You know, Mello, drums, and vocals. Tony over the rhythm section. Frank, the horns. JB is always right on spot, ready to switch parts. You know, and we all do. A lot of times the horn player, we're switching horns because one guy can't make it or the other. And of course, the hardest job, singing all night. And I mean, this guy can sing 2 hours straight, and that's hard. You know, it's very hard to do. And he doesn't miss a beat. Anyway,
no, for sure. I got to see you guys in Milwaukee. Hey,
yeah,
that was a year that Sonny came on, right? Did y'all guys play background for Sonny or no? No, that was
Jay. That was Jay.
Yeah, Jay.
Yeah,
Jay came and played for you guys. Yeah, for sure. No, man. Again, Charlie, the Latin breed. Ben put it perfectly. It's like being the New York Yankees, right? The Yankees from the 80s and the 90s, they changed. People come in and new pitchers, you know, they pitched for 5 or 6 years and you got to go. Somebody else comes
Bring
in.
a new star.
But the name Latin breed, the legendary music continues. And that, to me, that's the most important thing here. You know what I mean?
And one of the coolest things I think about the band also is that it's not just the singer. I mean, everybody knows the singers, right? Obviously, you go through the list. But there's like, you can go 2 or 3 guitar players deep that are like the best in the business. Same thing with the horns. Same thing with, you know, pick an instrument basically.
Yeah.
The drummer, right? Richard Solis. I mean, these are names that like everybody knows. These are right. Legends, you know, back in the day. Gilbert Velasquez, Steve Velasquez before him. And this, I mean, these are monster musicians.
Yeah.
And now Tony in his own right. See, so I always think of the band as kind of like an all-star band because that's truly the concept of this group. I think it kind of always started back in the day like that, right? So the Breed's history goes all the way back to Sonny and the Sunliners and Rudy Guerra and his brother and starting a band and then kind of forming their own thing and then doing their music their way and kind of that, again, an all-star band, if you will, because they were already backing up Sonny when he was at his heyday, you know? And so then you go into the 70s and then you had Gibby Escobedo take the band over and then you have all of that, everything that has to do with the Tejano Music Awards. I mean, that's what they started. They started that back in the 70s, right. Gibby and Rudy. And then the Latin Breed was the backup band for many years.
Of everybody, right?
Everybody that would come play. And the coolest part is that's why we get to do a lot of cool covers in our shows.
Yeah.
Because we still have all that orchestration, the charts for all these old songs. So we can pull out songs that have horn arrangements.
So Ben or Charlie, when you guys go to these shows, man, and I know it's tough because, you know, old school fans, dude, those are the toughest fans, bro. They're stuck like, hey, I want to hear this. I want to hear. Do you guys ever go somewhere like there's maybe a song that's, I mean, out of all the, you guys have your catalog is huge, right? But is there ever a song that they just pull out from the crowd and they're just like, hey, we want you to play this song? You're like, man, it's not on the playlist tonight. Like,
all the time.
All the time. Every gig, you know, there's at least something to throw in there.
And we're ready.
Yeah, for the most part. I mean, you know, or we do a lot of shows, festivals and things like that. So a lot of people will stick around, you know, artists and whatnot, and they like to jump on stage with us. We'll probably do a little bit of that at the cruise.
Okay.
I'm sure. I mean, you got Posada there.
I'm there, bro. Whatever song, Charlie, whatever song you want me to sing, let me know now. Okay, that way I'll practice and I'll be ready for the cruise.
No, you tell me what you want to sing and you get up there.
I'm ready.
You're there.
I'm
ready.
Well,
I might change some of the lyrics.
There you go. bring your bottle up on stage with you.
There you go, man.
Well, you won't be the first one to change them.
Saludos to Tejano man Chris Tristan from Hot Tejano. He's getting ready. He's going to be on there with us. The Tejanos in Paradise 2025 cruise. He's already pushing the. Hey, vato, we haven't even got on the boat for 25. You're already pushing 26, man. So if you just joined us, we're here with the Latin Breed. We got Charlie. He's tuned in all the way from Alaska by way of Dallas. He's over there in
Fort Worth.
Hi, don't get it twisted.
There's a difference.
That happens on stage a lot
Fort
too.
Worth, Texas, baby.
Yeah.
I got you.
I learned that a long time ago.
Hey, Bumper, I'd like to give a quick shout out to the person that hooked us up with you, and that's Lori Maldonado from Houston, Texas. She's the one that talked to you, and she's our publicist. And she worked many years with Bob Gallarza as his publicist. And let me jump back here. Let me just say this here, that a lot of the band members of the Latin Breed, like Ben said, were with the Tejano Music Awards. I know. And but a lot of us recorded with so many different groups. When you hear especially the horns, but also the rhythm section, a lot of us with Bob Gallardo, it's the Latin Breed. In fact, the last show in Vegas, Tony was there on guitar.
Yes,
in 2017, that was Bob's last show. Well, 75% of the band was a Latin Breed. So a lot of the recordings that you hear out there have Latin Breed members, past and current members still. So I just wanted to say that you're pointing to somebody. Somebody walk in with some food or what?
No, we're pointing to the. We have Vanessa Salinas Sanchez, part of the Milwaukee Mexican Fiesta, and they were just thanking the Latin Breed for doing that live album live from the Mexican Fiesta.
And that was awesome.
And I want to touch on that because people.
Hey, by the way, excuse me, we're ready to go back.
Yeah. Big time.
We're ready to go back.
We're ready to go back for sure.
Hit us up.
But Ben, and this goes for all you guys because all you guys were there. I think a lot of people sleep on the Mexican Fiesta, bro. If you love Tejano music, conjunto music, and you want to just do something different, like you're not gonna sit in dirt. I'm not mentioning names. Right? You're not going to go spend half your savings at a stamp slot machine. I'm not mentioning no names. If you just want to go and enjoy a great atmosphere, the weather at that time, not right now, at that time of year is absolutely amazing. Yeah. And Ben, Charlie, what I really love is when I walk around and people are like, hey, Bump, I'm from the 956, bro. I'm here because you told me about this thing. Yeah. Me and my wife love it.
But it's funny you say that because I'll be honest with you. Before we played there, I didn't know either. And then musician friends would tell me like, "Oh no, wait till you guys get up there." And it's huge. And we're like, "Okay, well, I mean, we played. We play a lot of places." But it was. I got up there and I was like, "Oh my gosh, this is a large crowd."
I mean, I remember looking out. It was just like people and people
it's
and people.
It's a sea of people out there, and it's one of many stages.
Oh yeah. I mean, you could have Latin Breed over here, and you got Los Tucanes de Tijuana on another stage, and Paquita la del Barrio, rest in peace, on another stage. Like there's just all kinds of stuff going on. But the Midwest always comes through. These people travel from, hours and hours to get there. Not only that, but now I think a lot of people are starting to go there, just like in Victoria, just like the. Have you guys played in?
I don't think we haven't. I'm sure
Charlie,
I'm sure
have
these
you guys played
have.
in the years of the Memorial Weekend Bash?
It's been a few years, I think.
It's been years, but we have. And you're talking about the Valley, right?
No, the one in Victoria.
The
Memorial Weekend Bash. It's like a 3-day. To me, that's probably the largest.
We have.
Tejano
it's a big one.
We have. We have. It's been some years back. I want to say maybe, a lot of years back. But we played it.
No, and it's cool, man. I just really, with the show, I really love people to especially if you're a Tejano fan and like. We go to Vegas. I love going to Vegas. I love going to see Dave and Sarah Chavez, right? Yeah. I love to go hang out with them. And I'm going to go again this year. But
we'll be there.
The thing is that, like, if you maybe you just don't have, you're just like, hey, man, I only got a little bit of vacation days.
Yeah.
Hey, man, if you went to Vegas last year, try out Milwaukee. I promise you, you will not be disappointed for sure.
The cool thing is these days is that you have a lot of larger festivals around the whole country at this point. And so I want to say that month that we played Milwaukee, I think that was the same month, right? That we or
it was the beginning.
We played in Kansas City. We played in Toledo, Ohio. We played in like a bunch of places in the Midwest.
Too.
And I think we ended in Phoenix. But I mean, a lot of them in the Midwest, there were some big crowds out there.
Yeah,
it was a great time. And like you said, the weather was awesome out there at that time of the year.
The Midwest is super awesome. Like now you can keep the weather. Sorry, Mancha family.
They threw a little bit of that down here.
I'm not going there now. But Charlie, real quick, man, before we let you go here, I want to thank you, man. I know you could be doing a lot of other things like getting all your bathing suits laid out for what you're gonna wear for the cruise, right? But we're gonna talk about that. We're all wearing the same what do they call Melo?
Speedos.
Speedos. We were wearing Speedos.
We got some Latin breed Speedos.
Yeah, it says Latin breed in the front and there's a Texas flag in the back, bro.
A cape. Hey.
Cake.
But no, Charlie, thank you, man. We appreciate it. I can't wait to be on the cruise with you and sit down and have a cold one and just talk to you a little bit and get to know you a little bit more. Thank you, man. Thank you for all the years of great music that you continue to bring, not just my generation, but the generations to come, like Ben was talking about. That's awesome, man. That's what it's about. And for you to continue to bring people the Latin breed experience, that's what it's about right there, man. Gracias. Thank you.
Well, thank you. Thank you for having us, Bumper. And I know the guys, they'll do great. Their experience at interviews and all that. And what can I say? We're blessed. I'm blessed that we're still at it. And like I said, we have a great group of guys that are dedicated to what they do. And but again, thank you so much for having us, Bumper.
Yes, sir. And since you're up in that area, if you see Bolio, dile que we said what's up, man.
I sure will, bro.
All right, man. You have a good evening.
All right. Thank you. See you later, guys. I'll see you,
boss.
this weekend.
See you Saturday.
Later.
Hey, don't be late, Charlie. Don't be late.
Well, you know what? Wait a minute, real quick. We're leaving at Friday night to San Antonio for the rehearsal, and I hope the roads are better because they're terrible right now. But anyway,
we'll be good. We're gonna send Eddie. He's from Chicago. He'll get everything situated.
Speaking of Chicago, I'm working on Chicago right now to bring the breed up there. Yeah,
there you go.
That's what I'm
so we'll see. We'll see what happens.
All right, Charlie. You have a
all
good
right,
one,
guys. Later.
All right.
Bye.
Thanks, Charlie.
Bye.
All right. Well, if you're joining us, we're here with saludos. Look who's watching, Mr. Lucky Joe, man. Saludos to Lucky Joe in the house. I love when the artists come on here and show love to the other artists, man. When he does the IMO, you know what I do? YMCA. He's just like,
cut it out.
You know what I mean? But no, ladies and gentlemen, we're here with the Latin breed, just a staple in Tejano music. And if you love Bumper's Wacky Wednesday, that means you love Tejano music. We love Tejano music. Everybody loves Tejano music. And there's still a countdown that's still around. It's been around for a long time, and it ain't going nowhere. And we love that we're partnered up with our good friend, Mr. Rudy Trevino. And these are your top 3 Tejano hits in La Onda Tejana.
Hey, this is Rudy Trevino from Tejano Gold Countdown, and you're watching Bumper's Wacky Wednesday. And these are your top 3 songs of the week.
3.
En paz mi estrella, vuela abuelita, tu amor en nosotros queda.
1.
Le seguiremos dando vuelo a la hilacha, le seguiremos dando vuelta al lugar. No se preocupe si la riega o la mancha, tarde o temprano la tenemos que regar. Tejano Gold with Rudy Trevino.
Oh, yeah, baby. Everything stays the same from last week. So un saludos to everybody. Jay Pettis holding on to that number 1 spot on the Rudy Trevino Tejano Gold Countdown. And we want to give a big thank you to Rudy Trevino for letting us be a part of the countdown. I grew up listening to that countdown.
Yeah.
I couldn't wait for it every Sunday.
It's been around for a while.
My radio station back in the day was KSAB because I'm from Beeville, right? 99.9.
There you go.
So I couldn't wait to hear it. As I got older, it was a little harder, but what was funny is the other day I was cleaning out something in the garage, and I had a box of a bunch of stuff that I had from my rack, and I was going through there, and I found my little CD book, and in my CD book, my friend who I don't know if you guys remember, Muñeco, he was a DJ for many years in the Valley, KIWW, and then he went to Houston. He was here in San Antonio for a little bit, but he used to send me CDs of the Rudy Trevino countdown.
Oh, nice.
The recorded ones, right? So I would say it, and I would play it when I was overseas. That's how I would get. It was like 8 weeks old by the time I got the things, but it was cool. And I just remember saying, now I used to hear him on the CD, and now we're part of the Rudy Trevino's Tejano Gold Countdown. So that's pretty cool, man. We're here with the Latin Breed. We're all getting ready to sell off this Sunday. We're going out on the Carnival Dream.
Dream.
Hey, Ben, that's the cruise that you can't play that song, right?
Which one?
The one where everybody dances together?
Charanga.
No. Mellow. It's not charanga, bro.
Mira.
No, dude. The one where it's like a hip hop one.
Not just like
The slide, one of those.
Why not?
I don't know. Something happened. They got in a fight last time.
Are you serious?
Yeah. Oh. Right, Eddie?
Maybe
let's play it.
We'll put it in our set.
Let's play it.
Let's put some horns to it.
Let's play it, man. All right. So Ben, you sing Primera Voz, right? And then these two guys right here?
Mello does backup vocals. Charlie
Charlie does. Yeah. Okay, Charlie
the
does.
guys throw some chants in there on some of the songs too. So shout out to JB. You know what? Shout out to, if I can, real quick. Not here, of course, today. We have Steve Sanchez, trumpeter. Lead trumpet of
Don't
the band.
forget somebody, Ben, because they're going to be pissed off all weekend.
Robert Gomez, he's an alto sax player. Barry sax player, right? Barry and alto.
Both, yeah.
And of course, Charlie you saw. And then, of course, we have Fernando Munoz. He plays tenor sax with us. Okay. One of our latest guys that joined the group. And I want to say, what is it? All those guys, actually, right? All band directors. Fernando,
Steve,
Robert, Steve.
Yep.
All band directors
for
schools. Right now for schools.
Yeah. So again,
and Frank, what's his last name?
Oh, and Frank Bettis, of course.
Okay.
He's our trombone player, and of course he's been with the group. Started out in trumpet. He used to play trumpet, of course, back in the day. Does all the arrangements and all that kind of stuff. So that's the horn section with Charlie.
And he's the oldest. Frank's the oldest, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, actually, I think it might be Charlie. Or they're all same era.
They're on that era.
They're all same era. And then we got shout out to Miguel Ortega on the keyboards. He's from the Dallas area, up north.
He actually made that intro.
Yeah, I was gonna say the intro videos. Miguel. He does a little bit of video graphics and all that kind of stuff. Yeah, and then we have Big John Lopez on bass, and he's also out of the Dallas-Fort Worth area. And then who else? That's it, right? Tony, of course, is here. Hello. I think that's it. So that's all of us.
So I'm gonna ask you guys a question, and it goes for all four of y'all. I see it all the time. When the Latin Breed goes up, you guys play, and we'll just start with Ben.
Mm-hmm.
Jay Pettis shows up.
Yeah, it's happened.
Unannounced, right?
Not so much unannounced, but we play a lot of shows.
Go with me
together.
This is my.
And he sticks around.
Oh, there you go. So Jay Pettis sticks around.
Yeah,
and he gives you the look like, hey, I want to play a song, right? And I want you guys' honest answers here, right? Sometimes you get pissed off like, hey, dog, I want to sing that song. I like to sing that song. I've always wanted to ask an artist that, and you guys, that happens to you guys a lot. So, Ben.
Okay. So
remember, it's a live show.
Funny stories, actually. So
here's what happened.
Remember, I told you I'm back. I joined the group in like 2018, right?
Okay.
And at the time, they hadn't had a vocalist for a while, so we did some shows. Like some of my first shows were actually in the following early 2019, because I joined at the end of 2018. And so we did a couple of shows that they don't typically, the fanfare and stuff like that. There was an Univision fanfare that particular year that they had. And that year, Jay played actually before us.
Uh-huh.
And then we came on, and that was, like I said, I hadn't been with the group that long, to be quite honest with you. So I was still kind of learning some of the songs and this, that. So it literally happened just like that. Although this is how it really happens. I'm up there doing my thing, and there's a ton of people there, because there was a ton of people there at that one.
Yeah.
And I'm trying to remember my lyrics and all that kind of stuff, because that's kind of what you go through.
Yeah.
And then in between one of the songs, I get, somebody comes to my ear, hey, Jay's in the back. I wanted to see if he could jump in real quick and sing a song. Sure.
Eddie, like this. Yes. Bring him out here right now.
So we did, of course. Jay's kind of a special one, right? Because he's a Latin Breed alumnus. Now, other artists maybe that haven't sang with the group, we get that a lot too.
No, hold up.
But Jay's an
But
alumnus.
Ben, stay in my box here.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
I want people to know what Ben feels when an artist,
somebody else comes up.
Yes,
Trying to start shit.
Well, I will tell
no,
you
no,
honestly.
I'm not.
No,
I just want to know
Trying
what
to
you
poke the
feel.
bear.
I will tell you honestly, my own personal view on that is I have no problem sharing the stage.
Yeah.
And again, I'm a confident vocalist, and I don't have a problem sharing the stage with folks and sharing songs, singing together, all that good stuff. Earlier in my career, might have been a little bit different, but these days, it's just, again, the Latin breed itself, going through that kind of boot camp, if you will, of a Tejano group, of a touring group like this, it really brings everybody's game up. So you're prepared for that kind of stuff.
I know,
That's
bro,
not,
but I'm putting myself in the game situation here, right? I practiced with these guys for 3 months for this show, and here we are. We made it to the World Series. I'm on deck, baby.
Yeah.
Bases are loaded, sold out crowd.
Yeah.
And then, hey, Ben or Bumper, siéntate la chingada.
well,
They're gonna bring somebody else.
Okay, well that's when I'm sorry, I didn't catch that.
There you go. That's how you play. All right, cool.
Here we go.
Wait, who's here?
He's in the batter's box already.
My bad, man. I'm gonna get you. We're gonna get you next time. I didn't hear him tell me. So go ahead, Mello. Start the song.
Like, hold on, we got one coming up for just you.
Oh man. Well, I mean that's the vocalist, right? I know that happens a lot. But then I also see I also see people that play the instruments, right?
Oh, no. Excuse me, stop
Tony.
right there.
That's
Stop
Tony,
right
that's
there.
Ask him that question.
No.
Tony, you're the
No.
next up, baby. What happens if somebody's like, "Hey,
So
Tony,"
let me just say it
taps
like
you on the
this.
shoulder, like, "Hey, I got this."
Let me just say it like this, with all due respect. If you're going to ask to play one of my instruments, and I say this with as much humility as I can, those things cost a lot of money. It has costed me a lot. And the answer is no. My wife, we've been married almost 38 years. She calls the guitars the sister wives. So ain't nobody gonna be handling any of the sister wives. So if you want to come play, bring your stuff.
All right, Tony.
You gotta give Tony.
Tony's not off the hook
No,
yet.
I was gonna say you gotta give Tony the J Bettis equivalent.
What? No. Okay.
So Gilbert Velasquez is there.
So hold on. So Tony, you're playing, right? You're playing, and Gibby Velasquez comes up to you like this, and he taps you. He says, "Tony, I don't know that is, right? Gibby asks like,
Let's
Tony,
talk.
let me. But hold on. Here's where I'm going with it, Tony, because you took this in one direction. I'm going to bring you right back over here, but Gibby's there with his own guitar.
Yep.
He just needs your quarter inch, baby. He just needs to plug in.
First of all, Gilbert and I go back probably about 32 years, and you're talking about all the different teachers in the band. I'm also a teacher as well. I'm an automotive instructor for Somerset High School.
All right, I got a car outside before you leave.
I'm off the clock right now, brother. Sorry. Bring it to the shop
That's
tomorrow.
double.
Anyway,
That costs double.
what I was going to say was a couple of the guitars that I have, and I say this again with as much humility as I can. I've been blessed to buy some really nice stuff. I've got 2 Paul Reed Smith guitars, and the first one that I got, I remember I showed Gilbert, and I told him, I said, whenever you want to play this instrument, you're welcome to play it. He would probably be the only one that I would trust. Maybe, let me back up. Him and maybe Joaquin Cura. A lot of props. And I even say this as well. I'm not afraid to say this as well. In my opinion, I think Joaquin Cura is a better guitar player than me. And I don't have a problem saying that. Like Ben says, he's secure in his way of singing. I'm secure in my way of playing. Not everybody plays like me. I can't play like Joaquin. I can't play like Gilbert. Everybody's bad to the bone in their own right. But to answer your question, if Gilbert came up to the stage and said, "Hey man, I want to play this," and he had his guitar, or if he didn't have his guitar, I would lend him my guitar and I would let him play. Because you know what? At the end of the day, it's not about me. It's about the fans.
Oh,
the fans they know Gilbert more than they know me.
Alumnus.
So I don't have a problem with that. I'm secure with that. But that you want to come up and play my guitar? No.
Hey, you can tell Tony's an instructor, bro. He's perfect. No te va a dar un answer que you can be like, he's gonna be like, hey.
No, they know. Everybody knows.
That's cool, man. That's awesome. So I'm gonna throw this out here, and that's just because I just spoke to him before you guys got here. He gave me a call. We were talking. I said, "Hey man, it's Wednesday." He goes, "Oh, Bump, I'm so sorry, man. Who do you got on tonight?" Right? He's a legendary guitarist. He's got a lot of guitars. Mr. Chris Bettis. He called me because you got the breed on. I said, "Yeah, it's hard. I'm gonna be tuning in." So un saludos to Chris Bettis if he's tuning in. Another great guitarist.
And you know, Chris is of course a great guitarist in
That's
his own
a bad
right.
boy right there.
And he I think himself, I've heard in past interviews, of course, and I think Gilbert was one of his, kind of
Oh yeah, for sure. He
instrumental
loves
in his younger years.
Look, there's another guitar right there. Tony's the master.
No.
Right there, Mr. Jonathan McGraw.
I love you,
man.
McGraw. I miss you, brother.
That's awesome, man. I love to see that. Tony's a humble guy. He really enjoys YouTube videos on playing guitar.
Thank you.
Wow. So Tony, you do YouTube videos, bro?
I do YouTube videos. I started that a few years, during the COVID time, you know, and I'm going to just be very straightforward. I saw somebody doing a song that I did 25, 26 years ago, and he didn't play it any way that I played it, and it got me very upset. And I'm watching man, you played great. It sounded great. It just like the recording. I'm like, no, it's not. So I was mad. I'm not going to lie. I was mad. And my daughter saw me. She says, "Dad, why are you so upset?" I'm like, well, that's not the way I played it. I didn't play it like that. And there, all these props and stuff. It's not right. She says, well, why don't you make your own channel? I said, no, I don't want to do all of that. No, you don't have to do that. Dad, you should. So I did. And that was not one of the first songs I did. I didn't do that song until way later on down the road. And then I said, okay, this is how this song goes. And I played it. It was on a recording that belonged to my brother, who's also a singer, my brother David Allen. He's on the gospel side of things. My mom, Maria Elena, if she's watching, my brother David, love you all. And that song I recorded it there at Gilbert's studio. And if I could also say, Gilbert to me is my mentor. I've always said that. Everybody that knows me, I'll tell them. That's my mentor. When Bob was around, Bob Gallarza, he's another one. And I could go down the list. Those guys paved the way for me to do what I do. And I'm very grateful to the good Lord for their talent and their sacrifice in the music. Because if those guys didn't pave the way, none of us could be here. So all props to those guys.
No, Tony, that's it's awesome, man. Again, dude, I'm glad you said that because now I can just refer to that. That's the best way to put it. The Latin Breed is like it's like a sports organization, right? Like, I mean, besides the Spurs, we had a long dynasty, you know what I mean? But other than that, I mean, people come and go. You know what I'm saying? JB, who would you let fill in for you, bro? And you wouldn't have an issue with?
Oh, fill in. Oh man, there's a long list, man. I like Tony. I owe to a lot of people, and growing up here in San Antonio and playing through. But guys like Carlos Elizondo, Carlos with the K, John Rickman. I know they were with Bob for a long time, and those guys have helped me musically and helped me sub for them on numerous occasions. And I'm blessed that I have my number in their phone for that. They trust me enough to cover for them. So, I mean, but John Ontiveros and Xavier Vidal with 45, I mean, those are guys on my short list to call and sub. And I much love to all of them, man, because they're monsters in their own right as well.
No, absolutely. Like 45, bro. I love those guys.
It's a small world. The horn players, they all know each other, and they all cover each other's gigs.
Well, you know what? I mean, I'm glad you brought up horn playing, right? Because to me, that's a lot of the new. We always talk about new Tejano. I think the horns that like they'll hit them up on some keys, right? But
it's coming back.
There's some bands that are bringing it back.
It's coming back. It's coming back. And the thing is that like we always say, like the breed, every iteration of the Latin breed, once the guys have been there for a few years and the sound starts to gel, that's what comes out of it. That's the 1970s Latin breed. That's a flash in time for that particular era. The people that enjoy that style of music, we still play it the same style because again, we want to make sure that we're true to the sound of the band.
Right.
Same thing for the Breaking the Rules folks, right? So like that's my era of what I remember growing up to or whatever the case is. That's the Latin breed that I heard, right? So it's Gilbert Velasquez and all those guys. When I got into the band, a lot of those guys were still there. Donald Garza, he just passed not too long ago, but Donald was still there in the band. Richard Solis was in the group at that time. And then, of course, a few cats from the 70s, Julian and Steve. And so, you can tell when you jump right into a group and they start playing and it sounds just like the record because they're the ones that did it.
No, for sure. I'm glad I asked this, man, because it's something that I've always wanted to ask. And I said, you know what? This is the perfect dudes to ask right here, man. Eddie, Eddie, you never thought about that? About an artist getting mad? No. Hey, I'm not gonna say who, but I've seen artists like they step back and they're just like they either get off the stage, or
they don't want to sing with you.
Yeah, they're just like, okay,
yeah.
I guess.
No, sometimes, but we do a lot of shows. We've done, we do shows with all the legends and all the new groups too. The thing of it is that like everybody knows at least one of our songs, or a few of them, or whatever the case is, and so we always welcome folks up to the stage, and we play covers for that reason. We try to do, again, like I said, a good variety of music for people, right? It's still a show. You have to entertain people, and we have a lot of age groups out there, so we have real horns. So we try to expose people to what real horn music sounds like.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. And there's so many people, when you see young cats, to me, I think La 45, they really, people really gravitate to them because there's not that many Latin breeds left. There's no big sounding band no more, right? Yeah. And then some of these dudes are really young. So people are like, oh, la madre, man, these dudes are good. You know what I mean? So it's super cool. Melo, I didn't forget about you. Who would you be? Do they come and say, hey, Melo, get your ass up. I'm gonna get in here and do some licks on you.
Hell no, I cut them up. No. In all honesty, there has been a few, but again, it's really just about as long as you've been you're alumni, you've been a part of the band, you know the tunes, because there's a lot of moving parts, and it's an orchestra band. So if you just messed up just that one little bit, and I've done that when my first whole year. There's plenty of times where I've missed one hit and then
Hey, but okay, so I'm gonna put you on the spot. Who gives you the ugliest look in the band when you mess up? Like who does like?
Oh, Ben.
Ben.
he'll turn around.
Ben,
he'll
turn around.
He'll turn around. He's jamming. He turns around. What the fuck was that?
It's only because I've known Melo the longest.
I
brought him into the group. So if there is something off, that's the first eyes he sees is mine.
And then mine are the second for sure.
And then it's Frank. And then it's Tony. And then it's JB.
And then it goes down the brass line. And then I look over. Tony's giving me that.
Charlie's like, there go. We're docking your pay right there.
It's like that line. Like everybody look left, everyone looks at Melo.
Yep. I just wave hi.
Saludos
to our good friend Wowie and Velma Montemayor there in Poteet, Texas, man.
Yeah.
Wowie? Yeah. Horn player, of course. Wowie has to stick up for the horn players, right? You got to stick up for the horn. Speaking of new music, right? Old music. We do a little portion here on Bumper's Wacky Wednesday. We call it What's Bumper Bumpin'.
There you go.
Put a few songs together for you guys to check out what's new in La Onda Tejana.
It's time to check out What's Bumper Bumping.
Dime qué está pasando, te estás portando un poco mal. Ya no me hablas tanto, se ha cambiado tu modo ya. Puedo sentirlo en tus besos, puedo sentirlo entre tus brazos. Y no siento nada en la cama, yo sé que hay otro en mi lugar. Puedo sentirlo en tus besos, puedo sentirlo entre tus brazos. Y no siento nada en la cama, yo sé que hay otro en mi lugar.
What's Bumper Bumping?
Será la foto que tú dejaste aquí, que me hace recordar lo que perdí. Ya hoy me arrepiento y te lo confieso, no puedo estar sin ti.
bumper bumping.
Contigo en mis brazos al amanecer, me entregas caricias, tus besos también. Mi corazón está latiendo a 1000 por hora y es por ti. Contigo en mis brazos al anochecer, entregas tu cuerpo y besos también. Te lo juro que siento que me muero, que me muero.
And that is this week's What's Bumper Bumping.
Oh, yeah, baby. My producer this week, Eddie's trying to confuse the shit out of everybody this week, right? But don't forget, number 3 on there was Grupo Vidal, right? And then the second song, our little homie all the way from the great state of Florida, El Vidal, right? He was there, right? So it was Vidal and then El Vidal. And then the last one was Luis A.G. desde Monterrey, Nuevo León, Mexico, man. Shout out to Luis A.G. He did pretty good this year in the Tejano Music Awards. So, ladies and gentlemen, we're here with the Latin Breed. We've been asking them some great questions. And now it's going to get a little bit interesting. All right. So, Ben, that you're the vocalist of a group like the Latin Breed, right?
Yes, sir.
You're one of very few vocalists that have fallen in, you know, I think like Cesar from David Lee. That's probably the only one I can think of off the top of my head. But that have fallen in on some just great music of time way before their time, right?
Yeah.
Way before their time.
Yeah.
So, Ben, when you go up there, 2-part question. When you get hired, is there expectation for you to sing, to be like Jimmy Edwards, to be like Jay Perez, right? Or do they like, hey, you know what, Ben, you be you, sing your stuff, and we'll dig it. That's one part of the question. And the other question is, you as the actual vocalist, do you try to sound similar to that time of Latin Breed, or do you just continue to be Ben?
Yeah. No, it's a good question. And to be quite honest with you, I feel like these types of groups, it's not just about singing, right? This is a you got to be a little part historian, you got to be a little part MC, you got to be a little bit part vocalist, and then you have to cover a lot of music from a lot of different, you know, vocalists at that point. So, you know, I don't think anybody goes out specifically to sound like Jimmy or Jay or any of the guys, because no, you're not gonna.
Right.
I mean, these are very unique and iconic voices, right? But what you can do, and this is, I always say this specifically with the Breed, the Latin Breed is really kind of a 3-element band. You got the rhythm section, you got the brass section, and you got the vocals. And when you get all 3 of them right, it just kind of,
it melts.
You can't even, it's kind of like, again, back to the sports analogy, right? Like, it's like watching a good team. It's just like, wow, there goes the Spurs, there goes the Lakers. There, you know.
Hey, speaking of the Spurs, somebody give me an update on the score.
And it's not even there goes Tim Duncan, there goes this guy, there goes that. It's just, that's the Spurs, right? They're playing Spurs ball again. They're winning, and it looks great.
You're not saying, hey, that's been me. That's
right.
I see what you're saying.
So if I'm doing my job right, you know what I mean? Like,
everybody should say that's the Latin Breed.
That's the Latin
Period.
Breed. Exactly. Now,
punto. That's it.
Now we have new releases, obviously, and you know they get on the radio just like everybody else's and that kind of stuff. And that, I'm not imitating anybody on those because that's just me singing at that point. But when we perform and we're doing older songs, I mean, it's hard not to sing the songs in the style of which they were recorded, right? So, you know, you lend yourself to that, I guess, flavor, if you will, right? But yeah, I don't think anybody goes out and specifically, or, you know, I'm sure Cesar doesn't go out to sound like Jay and
but
Ram.
Ben, I promise you, bro, I've been around enough festivals. There's people out there that just like, they sit there and I'm just, you know, and I'm one of those guys, bro, like in Milwaukee, after I'm done doing what I do with the bands, introducing the bands, whatever, I make my way to the crowd.
Yeah, just to go check it out.
I check it out, and I'll sit next to somebody that just kind of looks, I'm like, what's wrong with you? Man, That's not how that song goes. I'm not speaking of that, right? That's not how
That's what I always tell everybody. We got to play it the way it's recorded because that's what they're expecting.
Bro,
that's
especially somebody like the Latin Breed.
And that's the mantra of the band. And I will tell you right now, the Latin Breed fans, the original fans, they'll be the first to tell you that's not the way it's supposed to go. That's not the way it sounds, and this and that and the other. I will say humbly and luckily that I always get like, are you Jimmy Edwards' son? Because
that's a great compliment right there, bro.
I try to do his songs justice, and Jimmy's not here anymore. So people who are going to see the Latin Breed show and they want to hear those songs, they want to hear it that way. They don't want to hear my rendition of it or whatever the case is. I can do that for the songs that I record with the band or whatever the case is. But they want to hear those songs the way they're supposed to. Tony's point, they want to hear those songs the way they were recorded. So you try to do it justice and give it what you can, so that way the fans can have the best experience that they came to have.
The other thing with that is that when you're playing as a musician, you're also playing in respect to the guys that recorded. If you start playing your own thing, then you're just saying, well, those guys weren't important. And when the people get up in the morning, they're on the way to work, they have the radio on, they're listening to the radio, they hear Que Chulos Ojos. We have to play it just like that because that's what the people are expecting. You start playing your own rendition, they were like, those guys don't sound like that. That's not how they play. Yeah. So we try to play it as close to the recording as possible.
But Tony, I'll tell you, there's still people out there, bro.
There's always gonna be.
There's always gonna be,
and people like that.
There's always gonna be folks that just don't. They don't, they just don't like whatever, or, this and that. Yeah, that's just part of the business. But I will tell you, and I always tell the guys this: the one way you can tell if we're doing it right is you look at the dance floor, and you look at our calendar. Because if we're not busy, that means nobody wants to hear us.
That's right.
When we go play, if nobody's dancing, we're not doing what we need to do. So, that's we don't have to say we're this, that, or the other. We play the music the way it should be played, and that's kind of what we do.
And I think to touch on Tony, like that pays homage to the guys that recorded it and that did it for so long. And I know when I first got in the band, Steve Sanchez was crucial in helping me with that style and helped me guide the way. And he would call me after the gig and we talk, hey, make sure you're doing this, make sure you're doing that. So I'm doing it correctly the right way. And so I'm really thankful for that guidance when I first got in the group.
That's cool, bro. That older members would still, help each other. Again,
it's a mentorship.
Because it's a mentorship, but again, they know it's the Latin Breed. It's like you were part of that legacy at a certain point in time, and you wanted to continue as long as it can go because you were part of something great, and you wanted to remain great. So I would assume that's why they.
And it's just like anything else, you know what I mean? Like it's kind of like we've all said, right? If you're gonna open up a McDonald's franchise, you got to sell McDonald's burgers.
McDowell's, they have the golden arches. We have the golden
arcs. When you think of trash, think of Mellow.
Because I'm dark. I see.
Oh man!
But I mean, we've all played in other groups, obviously in the past, and done our own thing and that kind of thing. But this is a piece of history, and we have to kind of respect that. We got to make sure that we are doing it the right way for the fans. That's the most important part is the legacy that we are being kind of left with to carry it on.
Right.
So yeah, absolutely, we take it seriously, and again, that's the success of the group. There's mentorship in every single aspect of it. The guys always come back. We do a lot of reunion shows with the vocalists and the musicians.
Yeah.
And they're always coming back, and that just shows you the camaraderie that the group has, the brotherhood. We always call it the Latin Breed brotherhood because that's what it is.
Yeah.
I mean, it truly is. It's a lot of guys that have come in and off of the stage as a Latin Breed.
So Tony, is there anything out there that only, I don't want it to sound like a gang. No, I don't want it to sound like a gang.
Locos forever.
Hold on. Fraternity? Is there anything out there that only a actual member of Latin Breed has that you guys have continued to do like over the years? Like, is there like a coat, a jacket? Is there like something that says, hey, you were an original member, or not an original, but you at one point in time were part of the Latin Breed?
Well, I could tell you right off the bat, top of my head, there's been a lot of members that have been in the touring groups and the road gigs and that kind of stuff, but there hasn't been that many that have recorded with the Latin Breed. I mean, because if you go back, there's a lot of recordings that the Breed has done, but there's a good amount with Jimmy, some Alberto stuff, some Jay ones, so on and so forth. And this group, we've put our stamp on some of this stuff already because we're continuing to record new material. See, and that's part of continuing a legacy.
Right.
So
the two tunes that you played on your intro, the two English tunes, I was blessed to play on those two.
Yeah.
So I'm very blessed and very humbled to be a part of the Latin Breed band. I don't take it for granted. It's a blessing. And to get back to the other point, consistency is the key in what we do. We try to keep it the same because, like I said, the fans, they know.
Yeah.
Other musicians know,
Yep.
So we try to cover all the bases because at the end of the day, we want to play some more.
That's right.
So, we want to keep it going.
Want to keep it going.
And this question is for all four of you. Take us through the Latin Breed being so huge, right? A conjunto, a 4-piece band, people like that. It's easy to go. To me, it'd be easy to go in the studio, knock some stuff out.
Yeah.
But then when you got 11, 12 people in your band, it's probably not very easy to do. So, and this is what I'm assuming, that the Latin Breed, the same people who play on the stage, y'all use the same ones to do the recordings.
It just depends. It depends on like the timing of
So
when
it just
when
depends
we're
on
doing
availability too.
Yeah. So, studio work, as you know, there's studio musicians, there's different producers that do it kind of different ways. Some use their own kind of cluster of studio musicians.
Right.
Others want to use the band, and we've done it both ways since I've been in the band. But a lot of it comes down to availability, comes down to when you're recording new material, because sometimes we'll have a month off. And so if we do stuff like that, then it's a process. There's the pre-production stuff of music selection. This is a horn band, so you have to have arrangements, written out and prepared and all that kind of stuff. And then the horn players, they either come, some of them will come in and do, multiple parts depending on who's available or not. So sometimes it might just be 2 or 3 horn players as opposed to all 5. But it just depends kind of on who's there, who's doing what. The last, of course, album was a live one. So that was the first one that the Breed's ever done, like a live recording, if you will. So, of course, that was all the guys. But, we do it however it needs to be done for the given project. So I think we have another Volume 2 live coming out this year at some point because they got more songs in the can from last go-around that, of course, didn't get on the first one. So they'll cut the Volume 2 piece, and then I think we're working on some new tunes as well for later in the year. Hopefully, hope to have out some singles before we go to Vegas.
Nice, bro.
Yeah.
Nice. Speaking of Vegas, man, a lot of people go because they people come from all over the United States, as Charlie was saying earlier, and the fact that you guys, I mentioned it, you guys do oldies. A lot of people know me like just Tejano,
yeah,
right? But I'm a huge oldies guy.
Yeah,
like Sundays. Unless I'm at a barbecue or somebody invites me or they're playing Tejano music, it's their cup, right? It's their party. But Sunday for me, bro, is oldies.
Oldies, yeah.
Like I don't know. You guys are musicians, but I think you can oversaturate yourself. Like if you're getting I get new music every day. I drive all over the city and I'm playing music all the time. So come Sundays, I'm like, dude, I don't want to hear an accordion. I just want to hear some oldies.
Yeah.
I want to kick back. But again, you guys were a band that were able to, and I think a lot of it comes from what Charlie said, right? When the Latin Breed started, it wasn't known as Tejano music. It was known as Chicano music.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
And that's kind of the thing with the Latin Breed. When you really dig in on the Latin Breed history, I mean, it goes back and it goes deep into the roots of the Tejano movement. Because again, the Latin Breed predates all that. This is the Chicano movement of the 60s. You know what I mean? And the Latin Breed was founded in 1969. So
you weren't alive. I wasn't alive. JB wasn't alive. Mel wasn't alive.
My mama wasn't even alive yet.
I was born in 67, so.
Well, there you go.
I was only 2 when the Breed came about.
But the Breed was born on the south side of San Antonio in 1969. And there's a group of teenagers that still come out to our dances from the south side of San Antonio in the late 60s and early 70s. And they I'm going to tell you right now, everybody would always say like, oh, well, Tejano's, dying and slow and this and that. And there is probably a lull in the huge clubs, but we don't play at 2:00 in the morning. We play at like 7 or 8, and these places are packed.
You play at the Tarriadas,
Yes,
the Tarriadas.
yes.
And what's his name? Old Pepsi, Pepsi Peña, bro. My wife worked with some people that were a little older than us, right? A few, and they invited me to one.
Yeah.
And I probably maybe been like 2 years into Bumpers Wacky Wednesday.
Yeah.
And she's like, hey, we're going to a Pepsi Peña, like a Tarriada.
Yeah, like a super dance.
Yeah, like a super dance. And we got you guys you can sit at our table.
Yeah.
And I want to let people know this. I want to explain this to you because it's going off of what Ben and these guys are talking about. So you go to this place at 4:00. This one was at the Shrine.
Yep.
Right? So you go to this place at 4:00. Let me tell you, ladies and gentlemen, if you've ever been to the Shrine, like, I don't think you've ever seen where all the tables are all out. Every single table,
packed.
and they're round. And at each table, they hold like 8 to 10 people. And it is super packed. I mean, just the dance floor is the only empty area, in that whole that whole hall. So when I went for my first time, I got to meet Pepsi, and that guy's an idol to me. You know what I mean? He's carried our culture.
He's an icon.
He's an
in his own
icon.
right.
He's carried our culture for a long time.
Yep.
And so I got to talk to him a little bit. And actually, Rudy Trevino was there at this one. And what was super cool, bro, was that every table was full. And it was 4:00 in the afternoon.
Yeah.
But here's the best part, Eddie. You're not ready for this. There was people in line with all kinds of shit in their hands.
Yep.
One, they could bring a bottle.
Yep.
Right, but you got to buy the setups there, right? You had and beer you have to buy there. But the coolest thing was people had snacks.
Yep. Food.
But not only that one, Tony,
snacks,
you're not ready,
food.
Tony. They had the best fried chicken in South Texas. There was people that had bags with church's chicken.
Yeah, they got, absolutely.
Sounds about right.
Yeah, dude, and
They got
then,
barbecue.
Those big Tupperware platters of sandwiches that they made at home.
Sandwiches.
So
Sausage links.
They put them in the middle of the table, and these people
They're sharing it.
At this specific one, he calls them what does he call them? The something teenagers. The endless teenagers or something like that. Right? They're teenagers.
Teenagers.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go. The oldest teenagers. And so he's right. And nobody's on their phones.
No.
Nobody's on their phones. I kept picking up my phone, and my wife was giving me a look like, dude, if you pick up that freaking phone one more time, because we're at a table with their friends, right? And they're all talking, and I'm just like, okay. She's like, no.
When people talk about, I see this all the time on Facebook and Instagram, wherever, and just the different social media sites. Who's going to carry on Tejano? Why isn't Tejano with this? How can we get it back to where it was? And I always feel like, that's really what people need to do is to kind of take a page. We need to take a step back, right? Because a lot of us grew up in, I guess, or became aware of Tejano music in the 90s, right? In the heyday of the big clubs and that whole scene, right? And that's what everybody has an expectation of, but that's just not the reality anymore, for the scene right now. However, when you go back and, like I said, you experience that. That's an experience that none of us have ever experienced as a fan. We've all played at these things, and we're like, we always just like, wow, that's just cool. How that's how it is. But that's how it was for that age group for decades, and they would take their families. And they would go with their parents. And
that's what I've said. I've been saying that the last couple of weeks. Like, or when people interview me, like, hey, Bump, what do you think? What's different? I said, you know what? The younger generation, one of the big issues is that when we were young, me and you speaking, Mello, you weren't even, right? But, and Tony, when he was in his heyday, right? We could go with our parents.
Right.
We'd walk around with this big old X. You'd smell like permanent marker for like 2 weeks. You couldn't wash it off, but we could be in there, and we could enjoy all the music. We could be there, and that is gone
because at that point you're soaking up culture. Yeah. That's not just music at that point. You're soaking up the culture.
Your tios and tias get hammered, and hey.
And this is the cool part about Tejano, if you will, and why there's so many festivals in the Midwest and everywhere else, because that culture is everywhere. So when we go play these festivals in Milwaukee and California and all these other places. That's what we're giving them. That's the experience that we're giving them.
You're bringing it back.
We're bringing it back.
You're bringing it back. Well, I don't like doing this, Ben. I don't. But I just have been looking at my phone. I peep down and I get in trouble with some fans like, why do you look at your phone? Well, I don't have comments. You want me to read the comments? Eddie puts a few up every so often. I can read them. But I look down at my phone and I'm getting a lot of messages like, hey, can Ben sing a song for us? but Ben, before I put you on the spot, I just want to let you know, you're well taken care of. We have the best producer in the industry.
Oh, nice.
I mean, I know Gibby's good. I know there's some good. But this dude right here is a bad
He's
dude.
the dude, huh?
He's the dude. So if you showed up somewhere and you're like, hey, I'm going to partner, like, hey, Ben, ¿quieres cantar una? What song would it be?
Bill Bib DeVoe, Do Me.
I wasn't thinking that, but all right.
Hey,
I knew I'd throw you off with that
no
one.
hesitation.
But no
Don't
joke.
do it because he'll pull it out and you're going to be stuck singing that song.
But no joke. That used to be my go-to karaoke song when I was back in the bars.
Really?
Prove it.
Kiss
Prove
me,
it.
pretty baby. Touch me all over.
I think they have karaoke in the cruise. I'd love to see that.
Oh, that's good. Hey, I think they do. If they don't,
Me
we'll
and,
make that.
me and Mel are doing Kid and Play.
So the song, Eddie, we were wrong, and I was right. You cannot. They don't play the song no more on the Carnival
the
Dream.
Cha-Cha slide or whatever.
No, it's the wobble.
Oh, the
The
wobble.
wobble.
Okay,
They don't
okay,
do. They
okay,
don't do the
okay.
wobble no more.
Okay.
So, but if you had to pick
Really
a
should play
song,
that.
Oh, I don't know, dude.
Eddie picked it for you.
Okay.
Eddie, what did you pick, Eddie?
Karaoke roulette.
It's
know, right?
karaoke roulette. You just spin the wheel.
Everybody takes a verse.
Ah, jeez.
What do you think? Oh, you're not even gonna talk?
Oh,
Nice choice.
dirty. I think we got a verse in it at least. Ya lo ves desde mejor. Encontraste otro cariño más sincero, todo tuyo. Esta era tu ilusión. Tú mereces es muy más. Tú mereces todo el cielo, bien llenido de luceros, por su luna con su sol. Ya no puedo acostumbrarme a vivir así sin ti. Pero he de resignarme, tú eres digna y otras cosas, todas líneas más hermosas, no naciste para mí. Wow. There you go.
Damn it, boy! Right there, I'll make some noise for my boy Ben right there.
Coming soon to the Carnival Cruise.
Hey, with a little Bell Bib DeVoe in the background.
It's like you've done that one before, Ben.
I know, Ben.
Oh, yeah. See, I do my that's what I said. Bell Bib DeVoe, man.
Oh, my
forget
goodness.
about
I
Bell
hope you
DeVoe.
guys are having a great time. Ben, do you like carne asada?
Of course. What do
Have
you
you
mean?
not
Hello, man.
Mello. I wasn't going to ask you, Mello. Because that's like somebody asking me if I like flour tortillas. Like,
There you
come
go.
on, bro.
There you go.
Right?
We like to eat. The band likes to eat.
You like carne asada?
Love it.
He's one of our cooks.
Oh, yeah. This guy right here.
Him and the
Him
sax
and-
player.
him
But
and
he
Robert.
cooks Mexican or Czechoslovakian food?
I mean,
Everything, baby.
Falafels, all that shit.
I actually got into cooking. My uncle went to culinary school in Austin at Cordon Bleu, and so he taught me when I was young. Started off grilling, and then when my mom got sick with breast cancer, I took over cooking meals, and I've been doing it ever since. And I love to be in the kitchen.
You love to cook.
I love to cook. Barbecue, grill.
That's wild. Tony, ¿te gusta o no?
Huevo, güey, a
Yeah,
huevo.
well,
Come on.
if you love carne asada and you love enchiladas, you don't know which one to have, go to my favorite place to eat, Gilbert's Mexican Restaurant, 410 in Marbach.
Javi Special,
You
baby.
won't miss it. You already know it, the Javi Special, man. Carne asada inside. Hey, I say it every week. Go try out the Javi Special. I'm telling you, you are not going to be disappointed. I love going there. As a matter of fact, we're going to be back there, Eddie, February 11th? February 11th, we'll be back there at Gilbert's with La Familia Navaida. We're going to be there with Desi and Navaida. I think Rigo and maybe Raulito will show up. So it's going to be a good time. But right there, man, 8138 Marbach Road, Suite 102. Super cool. The atmosphere is always relaxed, always awesome. They always have Tejano playing. And hey, once you're done eating, you get a little bored. You want to walk around and check out some great photos, some great history on the wall. They got the Latin breed when Tony was 13. They have them in. They have them in there. You guys can go check it out. It's super cool, man. And again, the staff. I just can't talk about the staff enough.
Go see Ramiro.
There you go. Go see Ramiro. Go hang out.
Ramiro and I played in the band together when I first got into Tejano in 2017, 2018.
Way back in the day, man. All right, and then don't forget, if you want to buy a brand new RV and you're in West Texas, and Ben,
shout out.
If you don't, you know, it's crazy that people come from all over to West Texas, to the West Texas. Yes, guys.
I bought my RV from Ron Hoover, as a matter of fact.
There, that's what I'm talking about.
In Corpus, but yeah.
We're talking about, he bought it in West Texas.
But go to West Texas.
Right. 1529 East 2nd Street, Odessa, Texas. Hit them up. Hit up Leo. Hit up our good friend, Mr. Anthony Patterson. Big sponsors of Bumpers at Wacky Wednesday. They have the best in RV and boats. We were there a few weeks back. They had people that were fans of the show that went all the way to West Texas to do the meet and greet, and they bought a RV right there on the spot. So super cool. February 12th, ladies and gentlemen, the return of the man, the myth, Mr. David Olivares, along with La Firma. February 12th at the Grand Event Center. You're not going to want to miss it. Make sure you get your tables now because I know they're going to go super, super fast. That place is not huge, but it gets super packed in there, and it's going to be David Olivares and La Firma returning to San Antonio, right? The doors open at 9. You're not going to want to miss it. February 12th at the Grand Event Center. Oh, and then this weekend, Ben, let's rodeo San Antonio. It's about that time, man. Our good friends, Texas Lawman Security and Caballero Cookers barbecue cook-off party this weekend. This Friday and Saturday, Friday's Country, the Ranch Road Band, Justin Gallegos, Dustin de la Garza, right? Is that right, Eddie?
Yeah,
Justin de la Garza, Justin Gallegos, and the Ranch Road Band are going to be there Friday at the Caballero Cookers and the Texas Lawman tent. And then Saturday, Tejano, check that out right there. Conjunto Cats, J.R. Gomez, Ladez, and then, of course, the homies from Poteet. David Lee Garza y Los Musicales are going to be there all night, Saturday night. So if you haven't got your tickets, make sure you get your tickets. If you've never been to the cook-off, last year was my absolute first time going. I got invited to the Caballero Cookers tent. Amazing. If you love to eat barbecue, drink beer, and listen to some badass music, that's the place you need to be this Saturday. Texas Lawman Security, Caballero Cookers Barbecue Cook-Off Party. Make sure you hit them up and get your tickets ASAP. And then if you ever been in an accident, I'm not mentioning no names, Mello. 210-732-6091. That's 210-732-6091. Our injury attorney of Bumpers and Wacky Wednesday, our good friend, Mr. Andrew Toscano. Hit him up, 210-732-6091. I'm going to say it one more time because if you know anybody that's been in an accident in the last few days, they're like, hey, I don't know, this is the guy you got to call. 210-732-6091.
Guns loaded for me tonight. Jeez.
Yeah.
I'm with it.
Everybody knows you, Mello. Everybody knows you.
Good.
Well, there was somebody where you were talking, man, and I didn't want to interrupt you. I saw a comment by a legendary keyboardist, right, from Saigon, Texas, also known as Seguin.
Oh, yeah, Seguin.
Right? Mr. David de la Garza III. Right? Super Dave was on there, and he was saying his dad was the original keyboard for the Latin breed.
There's so many musicians that, if their dad or even themselves have played, through the years, whatever the case is. But there's just so many. Seguin, of course, is a hotspot. We had a couple of the originals from the 70s lineup, Steve Velasquez and Junior Carrillo. They're from Seguin, and so all their compadres over there have played one way or another with the group.
Seguin has been a breeding ground for some great musicals, man, for sure.
All over here, man. This is Tejano, Mecca.
Tony.
Yes, sir.
question for you, man. You work with I would assume you work around a lot of young people
every day.
What is the music that Tony plays when he's listening to music?
You're not gonna believe this, but first of all, I usually ask my kids what they would like to hear. First of all, and it's, hey sir, can you play some bachata? I'm like, okay, I guess. Sure. So we'll play that, play some bachata. The kids like that stuff. If I'm gonna listen to music, I'm gonna probably be listening to some Larry Carlton or Joyce Cooling or jazz stuff. I love jazz. I'm a jazz fan. Paul Jackson Jr., stuff like that. And then they want to play corridos. And okay, we'll play it. And, sorry, you've never heard that song? I'm like, well, you've never heard of the Latin Breed? And they're like, I said, let me put on some good music so that way you can really jam.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. So, what happens, Tony, when you put on Tejano or you put on some Latin Breed? How do the students react?
Oh, sir, really? The caras, man, the caras, our raza is great for caras. We make the faces, You don't have to say nothing. Just watch the face. You'll know how it goes down. Yeah. But, I play lots of styles of music. I like country, I like jazz. I like pop. I like orchestra stuff,
Yeah.
I like listening to music from the 40s. I think that music is, it really opens your mind to music, So, but whatever the kids like, I'll put it on there for a little while, and after a while, okay, banda, sorry, we turn that off.
There's your favorite guy right there, Tony.
That's a bad boy right there, Joaquin Cuda. I love you, brother. Bad boy right there.
Well, Tony, I thought I was gonna go to your shop and it was gonna be Latin Breed all day, and then maybe some David Lee Garza, Los Musicales, or.
Let me tell you what, brother. David Lee Garza, I've not shared this with Ben. There was two bands that I've always wanted to play with. David Lee Garza, Los Musicales, and the Latin Breed. And I've been blessed to be playing with the Latin Breed this last almost 4 years now. And I don't know, whatever happens. I've been blessed to fill in for John Cruz. Love you, John. He's called me a few times through the years to help out when he's out. And the very first gig I got to play for John Cruz and the Musicales was Emilio's 50th birthday bash at the place there on Marbach. I don't remember the name of it anymore, but it was his 50th birthday.
It was like the
San Antonio event.
Yeah.
And at a warehouse, más antes.
I asked John. I said, "Hey, well, John, what do you want? What music do you want me to play?" He goes, "All of it." So, what I would do is I would look at YouTube videos of what they had been playing in like the last 3-4 months to kind of get a groove of the way they were playing.
Yeah.
And then, of course, all their standards. Well, of course, he does. I can't remember the name of the tune. Anyways, it was for me a very big blessing to share the stage with Emilio. I never got to do any of the Tejano stuff. I came on the Tejano scene in 2009. So before that, I was playing in church for many, many years. And so shout out to Elvis Rene Garcia. He's the guy that gave me my break with, Tejano music here in San Antonio. He has a band called Charisma Band, and they usually play downtown.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So I was blessed he gave me my start. And then later on, Chente Barrera called me, and I stayed with him almost 10 years. And then I got out to play with Jay for a little while, then got out. And I've been back and forth here. I mean, I've helped pretty much everybody in La Onda, almost, what's it, one gig or a couple of gigs, I've been blessed to play. And all honor and glory to my Lord Jesus for the life and gift that he's given me to do what I do. Because it's not me, he's blessed me with the gift, and I share my gift. And if it blesses you, that I'm doing my job. So
yeah, for sure, man.
Yeah,
for sure. That's crazy, Tony. This is guy Ruben. Can you put that back up, Eddie? That one, Ruben Zertuche, watching all the way from Kenosha, Wisconsin. He said he met you. He was playing Tejano gospel at an event right there, man.
Ruben,
that's awesome, man. I love the fact that the platform allows people to interact and see people. Maybe I haven't seen Tony in a. Tony, when's the last time you done an interview like this?
Never.
This is an exclusive for you,
It's
Bumper.
exclusive right here. Well, no, what I find awesome, this is what I love, right? Because, let's be real, right? Like a lot of times the front man, the vocalist, they get all the get all the love, right?
Yeah.
They get all the attention. But what I love about doing this that we do, we get to know the Mellows, the JBs, right? We get to know the Tonys, and then on top of that, you have other fellow guitarists that I know that are badasses, and they're just on here like, hell yeah, dude, you don't know that guy right there. And that's what I love. That's what I love about the show, man.
It's like I always say, all-star band, you know what I'm saying? And we have a lot of guys that come in and out and help out. Again, it's a big group, right? Everybody has their family stuff going on and this, that, and the other. But the breed has such a thick camaraderie of alumni that, you know what? If Tony has a wedding to go to for his family, whatever the case is, the first call's to Gilbert Velasquez. I mean, that, not a lot of bands can say that.
That's a nice phone call. That's a nice phone call.
Any conversation with Gilbert is never nice, bro. I love that. I love that guy.
I'll just say Gilbert loves when we practice at the studio over there.
That's right.
He loves to come in and tell you, that's not the way we recorded it. That's not the way it was done.
Grabbing Mello. Hey, he's going to go grab Mello's drumstick. That's not how it goes.
That's not the way it goes.
Oh, man.
So
Saludos to my good friend, Mr. Richard from Pinnacle Air, 210-722-7231. That's 210-722-7231. Hey, for those of you that are hanging out this weekend in Texas, the cold's not going anywhere. If you haven't got your AC checked out, make sure you hit them up, 210-722-7231, Pinnacle Air. Let him know Bumper sent you, and he'll give you a thumbs up on the way out. Right, saludos to my good friend, Mr. Richard, man. We're here with the Latin Breed. We're having a great, great time, man. Saludos to my good friend Rick Jason Reyes from Cuerpos. He was one of the guys that was just pushing like, we want to hear him sing. We want to hear him sing. So if you guys want to hear the Latin Breed, we're going to call some people out tonight. We're going to be on the cruise, and I want to give you guys all the best of the cruise. I want to give you guys 4 whiskeys in, Ben, sitting in a chair somewhere with a guitar player that's not Tony, singing some Belle Biv DeVoe. But I'm
fried chicken stains on his shirt.
But I'm a cheap ass, and I'm not gonna pay for the. I'm not paying for the internet package, right? So I'm gonna call out the Tejanos in Paradise cruise. Al Duarte, if you're watching the show, the fan, it's the only way to do it.
Put a live spot.
Chris, make sure you crop this segment out and you send it straight to Al and let him know. I need them to cover my internet package because I want to bring the people of Tejano world that never been on a cruise and maybe are thinking about going on the 2026 Tejanos in Paradise cruise. Hey, what better way to show you the things that they have going on than, letting me go live and show you different things. But you guys are going to have to wait 6 days after I upload everything when I get back, right? If I don't have it. So
it'll be worth the wait.
Yeah. You're not helping, Tony. You're not helping. We need it live. We
Latin
need it
grade,
live.
extended cut.
So if you guys know Al Duarte, send him a little text and say, hey, man, Bumper's talking shit about you. And you really need to cover his internet package.
There you go.
No, man, I'm excited, bro. I'm really excited to be on the Tejanos in Paradise cruise. I mean, Joe Posada, Jaime Dianda, Chente Barrera, and again, my co-host, Mr. J.R. Gomez is going to be there. Max Baca, Roel Martinez, Johnny Martinez, Savannah Votion, Amanda Solis, doing a lot of things there in Austin. And then, of course, myself and DJ Tejano man, Chris Testan from Hot Tejano. He's going to be there spinning the whole time. Some of the Hot Tejano crew will be there. It's going to be a great time, man. You've been on a cruise, right? All you guys have been on a cruise.
First time.
Mello, you never been on a cruise?
First time.
Tony, how many cruises you been on?
I want to say maybe 4 or 5.
Did y'all do the one out of California?
No. The Legends Cruise? No,
the Legends
no,
Cruise.
No.
I think the Latin Breed needs to do the Legends. Yeah. You fit in that cup of tea.
We kind of, dip our toe, see how this one, because the logistics of getting a 10-piece band, man, anywhere, to be quite honest with you, let alone on a cruise ship.
They took over a whole floor, dog.
We're doing it Elvis style. We got level 1. That's the Latin breed level.
Level 1's Latin breed, right? No, logistically it is. That's why their instruments aren't here, ladies and gentlemen. They had to send them forward. They have to get checked. I mean, they got to get checked. President Scheinbaum wants to make sure that every instrument coming into our country is clean. You're not bringing nothing crazy.
For sand fleas.
Right, for sand fleas. Exactly, man. Exactly. But, I want to give a shout out to our fans on YouTube, bro. You guys have been growing YouTube tremendously. Every week, the numbers on YouTube are great. I mean, I still love Facebook. Not only that, Eddie, again, we secretly crossed another 1,000 people in 1 week, right? So we're over 32,000 followers on Facebook.
Nice.
And so we want to thank everybody who follows Bumpers Wacky Wednesday, where we try to bring you, a little bit different side of La Onda, right? Get to know Ben and JB and Mello and Tony and the guys a little differently than, seeing you walk on stage with all your cool outfits and
the suits
and sounding badass. And speaking of suits, speaking of looking badass, who picks the wardrobes out for the Latin breed?
It's pretty standard because the Latin breed is synonymous with class, right? So, we're always going to be in a suit per se, depending on obviously the weather, that kind of stuff, whatever the case is. But no, it's Charlie and a couple of other guys, they kind of get the collective looks together, whether it be shirts or whatever the case is. But for the most part, we always wear suits, in most of our shows because they're those types of events. And the crowd, again, we're kind of same thing as Tony always says, like, you have to give the music its respect and play it the way it's supposed to be. I also am a firm believer that, you should look better than the crowd if you're up here performing for them. Sharp. And that's just the way we roll,
Man, dude, sometimes I agree with you. Shout out to a big sponsor, Bumpers Wacky Wednesday, Pinners. If you guys never been to Pinners in downtown San Antonio, of course they didn't do this wardrobe tonight, right? This is a wardrobe. Bumper came in real hot tonight. Me and Eddie both. We came in really hot. We're usually in here like about 3:30, 4 o'clock, bro. Every Wednesday, especially if people are gonna perform.
Yeah.
Like, Eddie's got to be on his toes because he's got to run all. Make sure it sounds good and stuff. Tonight we kind of had it on the fly. We kind of did, but Eddie does his thing, man. But I've always wanted to ask that, man, because and then who pays for that shit?
Well, I mean, again, depends on what it is. If it's band, material or band outfits, I should say, the guy or the band management will pick that up. But I mean, everybody it's kind of like an orchestra, right? You always see them come in their tails and everybody has
right. Everybody has
that's
one of
their
those.
tuxedo. They own that.
Okay. Tony, have you ever forgot the wrong uniform, Tony?
I think I did the last gig. Yeah. Talking about Penners, they fixed me up with a suit earlier this year for my daughter's wedding, and those guys really kicked ass. They're, top notch. If you want to get a suit, that's the place to be.
Man, if you've never been into Pinners, I'm going to tell you right now, you can go and buy just the most simplest shirt. If you don't like the way it fits, Pinners will personally adjust everything to your liking.
Yep.
Right? And just their customer service is amazing. It really takes you back into a time when customer service was a little bit different.
It's an experience.
Pinners is a very, that's a great, Ben, you're on point. Dude, what are you doing in 2 weeks, bro? We need a call. You're going to be over here.
This isn't my first rodeo.
There you go.
That's why he's the front man.
You go into Pinners and it's an experience. So I always say, like, if I got my first pair of Stacey Adams.
Mm-hmm. Right. Yeah.
Right? There. And dude, let me tell you, that's an experience in itself.
It is.
Buying, like, it's not like, hey, can I get a 10.5? And like the girl's walking out with like 4 pair of shoes, throws, hey, 10.5, you need something else, let me know. Hey, and then they're helping somebody else, right? No, dude, it's like, hey man, would you like a dress sock? Do you wear cotton socks? Do you wear dress? Let me get you a dress sock.
It's old
They
school.
get you a dress sock. They get the shoe, they bring it up, they try on the shoe, and they tell you, hey man, this brand is it runs a little narrow, maybe a little tight, maybe go with this, whatever. Just amazing customer service.
They treat you like a king.
There you go, man. There you go. And they have cuentas. I think people have cuentas there. You can still go and put stuff on layaway. Porque, I'll tell you this. it ain't cheap to look good.
No, sir.
I think the breed still has some outfits. I think we're still paying.
They're still in Pagos there.
All blue, all red, those suits that they wore in the 20s.
Tenors, man. Been playing all over the United States, brother, and doing what you guys do. We've said over and over, the Latin breed, the name, it carries so much weight with it, right? And just because you four are here, that is a lot of weight to carry.
Yeah, it's
a lot of weight to carry. It's a lot of. I would say it'd be really stressful because you guys are professionals, and you've said it over and over tonight. You want people to experience the Latin breed, whether they experienced it 20 years ago or 2 months ago.
Right.
You guys, it's heavy, but you guys continue to bring us what we love about the Latin breed, which is the horn sound. It sounds great. You do a great job singing. When you travel the United States and you play somewhere, every crowd is different.
Mm-hmm.
How do you guys go about satisfying that crowd from Ohio, that crowd from California, the crowd here in San Antonio, whatever?
Yeah.
Does the Latin breed, do you guys change on the fly? Or
we do and we don't, right? So there's kind of two answers to that question. Number one, there's a staple of songs, or the staples as we call them. There's a kind of a never changing song list that we will always play because these are the hits. These are the iconic hits of the Latin breed.
Yeah.
And they're all the way from the 70s to some newer stuff. Those are always going to be in the set list. Now, from that, depending on where we're at, depending on what kind of crowd we're playing for, we mix it up, and that's the stuff that we change up and we kind of work on to provide an experience of a show. Because
entertainment.
Exactly. Because the responsibility, actually, it's even bigger than what you're talking about right now. Like the weight of the responsibility, it's not even just with the Latin breed anymore. It's with a moment in time where orchestras ruled the land, and there's not that many anymore. So it's not just the Latin breed legacy that we're carrying on. It's actually that style of music, and that's not just Tejano, Chicano. I'm talking Earth, Wind, and Fire, and Chicago, and all those bands from the 70s. Everybody had brass back in those days. So we feel like it's our responsibility to not just play the Latin breed hits, but really to introduce everybody and to reintroduce everybody to a true horn band and what that sounds like, because it's different. And if you haven't seen us in a while, you haven't experienced it, you got to come out to a show because it is. It's like that Penner's experience, like you're talking about. It's different than a normal
Macy's
show. Yeah. It's not Foot Locker.
It's not Foot Locker. That's for damn sure. It's not Foot Locker.
It looks different, sounds different, it feels different, and like we were talking about earlier, like like the super dances and all that. That's culture that people would soak up, and that's what we still provide. So when people leave our dances, they always come back. Shout out to all of our promoters that consistently, bring us back year over year over year over year to Dallas, to the Valley, to Arizona, to California, all those places. I just saw Nick Juarez, so shout out to Nick. We're always down there in Dallas, D-Town Nights. Mike Flores in the Valley. He always, M&E Productions, they always put on great dances, similar to Pepsi Peña here in San Antonio. So, there's a lot of promoters out there that are keeping that particular vibe alive. And that's what we're trying to get kind of everybody back into the groove of, because that's really where it all started.
You're absolutely right, man. And the main word you use in your answer, great answer.
Well, thank you.
It was culture.
Yeah.
Like our, Bobby said it best, right? Tejano's not just music; it's a way of life. Right?
It is.
And it's a label. Sometimes I think that hurts us, right? But at the same time, I'm proud of it. And I sometimes I say, hey man, we just need to get rid of the label. But dude, I'm proud of that name. Like,
you know the cool thing about whatever you want to call it, Tejano, Conjunto, Chicano, whatever it is that you want to label the music as. The best line that I've heard in I still haven't heard one better. I used to have a band, La Fuerza, we were signed to Q-Zone Records.
You're getting Eddie all riled up, dude. He's a Fuerza. He's like, he's a Fuerza fan. Yeah, already.
I'm surprised he didn't throw that one at me.
No.
He got it.
He's got it.
Damn.
I told you, bro. I told you. No. Hold up. He walked into it, Eddie. He walked into it. What do you have spun up, Eddie? What do you have spun up for everybody?
Put the apretado video of that.
Oh, the videos.
No.
A ver.
Oh, there you go. This is the Latin Breed version. There you go. Oh, is this karaoke?
It was karaoke, now we're with.
Okay. Vida mía, hace tiempo que no te digo y te quiero. A veces tiemblo y después me desespero. Lo que siento es lo más grande para mí. Vida mía, es mi anhelo yo poderte y demostrarte. No es suficiente solamente con tocarte. Ya no puedo decirte más mi amor. No hay, no hay, no hay, no hay, no hay palabras para decirte que te quiero. There you go. Shout out to all the Fuerza fans out there.
Damn it, boy! You see,
And the Breed fans.
He walked into his own. He walked into his own.
My
man.
own segue. There you go.
Well, you know, again, guys, I'm excited about this coming weekend, next week. And speaking of next week, I got some bad news for you guys. I mean, unless somebody gets hold of Al Duarte, I'm off for the next week. Like, I'm gonna be floating around somewhere. Eddie's gonna be over here freezing his butt off. But we're not gonna be back until February 11th. We're gonna be back at
We got our own.
We're gonna be back at Gilbert's Mexican restaurant with La Familia Navaida, Destiny Navaida. So, and she'll be there live, performing live. But yeah, I mean, next week we don't have a show pre-recorded. It is what it is, but I'm gonna be I'm gonna have a blast, bro. Like, these four dudes already. Like, I think me and Tony are gonna sit down and have a lot of water. Yeah, I mean, me and Tony, we're gonna sit down and we're gonna drink some waters and get water wasted.
That's
you know
fine.
what I'm saying? Because I told you, Tony, I'm a cheap ass. I didn't buy the drink package.
Okay. So another personal challenge out there for everybody who bought the drink pass. We're accepting all drinks.
There you go. Good answer.
You want to come have a drink with the Latin Breed and Bumper? Bring it on.
That's it.
That's
man.
right.
So the Latin Breed is they're the headliner of the Tejanos in Paradise Cruise 2025, which sells off from Galveston this Saturday. It's sold out. The cruise is sold out. The boat sold out. So it's going to be a good time. I'm looking forward to it. It's going to be a blast. So my first cruise, Mello. So I'm with you. It's my first cruise.
It's my third
on this kind of boat. Now, I've been on boats. You know, the Navy gives them Marine Corps ride all over the world, right? I've been on those kind of boats. But they say these boats are a little bit different, so we'll see. You know what I mean? You're not going to have 40 guys living five high.
You never know.
And a 20.
You never know. Don't jinx us.
Mello needs a roommate.
No, but before we call it a night, real quick, I want to give a big thank you to the producer of Bumpers Wacky Wednesday. He did a great job. He always does. Mr. Eddie Hernandez.
Yeah,
Give it up. Give it up for the producer.
And then before we hang up, before we say goodnight and I say my final words, I want to start with you, Ben. We'll work your way all the way to Tony. Any saludos, any thank yous, anything you want to say? The microphone is yours, sir.
Thank you so much. Well, first off, I want to say hello and thank you to my family out there. I got my wife at home and my daughter, Monica and Mia. And Monica's gonna be, of course, out there. She sells merch for the Latin Breed, so she'll be on the cruise. Make sure you guys go say hi to her because she sells merch, all that good stuff. And also my sister and my brother-in-law, they're gonna be out the cruise with us too. So I got some family that's gonna be out there, which is great. Beyond that, though, I just really want to, of course, my mom and all my extended family across the country, but the Latin Breed fans, I really want to go and just give a shout out to all the fans. You guys are great to us. You know, well, like we talked about, right? You could be ugly, but you guys are always great to us. It's always humbling to hear all your comments and your memories. We share a lot of memories at the shows and at the merch table as they tell us about, you know, oh, you guys took me back to my 16. We met when we were 16 and we danced to that song. Thank you for playing that song. Like all those stories, we really love that. So, muchos saludos to all our fans out there. We like I said, we're looking forward to having the cruise. A lot of gigs in February, so make sure you guys check out the website and the Instagram. A lot of great things coming up for the breed, so just stay tuned and stay aware.
And we can follow the Latin Breed on all social. You guys are on all social media.
Well, we're Facebook. Charlie's always on Facebook, so you know he's there daily. It's posting something, talking about something. So shout out to Charlie because he keeps the Facebook page alive. We have Instagram too. Shout out to my son Brandon here. He's our Instagram guy, so he takes videos for all the gigs. All right. He'll do a little behind the scenes for tonight. We'll get that up there too, so our Instagram folks can check that out.
Hey, before you go to the next guy, hey Mello. He showed up with his son. He's like, yeah, man. I said, cool, man. Great. He can do pictures, whatever. Does videos. I said, well, are you taking him on the cruise? Nah, he's not going to go on the cruise, but I'm like, damn.
He wasn't part of the budget.
He wasn't on the budget.
Nah, we didn't put him in the budget on that one, but he'll be in Vegas.
That's awesome. JB.
So shout out to my family at home, my wife Rebecca. Actually, like all my family's going on the cruise too. My mom, my dad, my brother, my mother-in-law, aunts, uncles. But come celebrate. If you guys haven't had a chance to, my birthday's on the 1st when we're heading out. So come celebrate with me on the ship. We'll have a good time.
How old are you going to be, JB?
I'll be 38 years old.
Youngin. They're youngins, man.
So, but also, I'll be debuting a new horn. Shout out Bell Trumpets in Fort Worth, Texas. Brand new trumpet. So it'll be good. First gig with the breed out.
You gonna break it in?
I'm gonna break it in.
With some nice salt water in the air.
That's
all
right.
over the.
That's right, man.
Shake out the sand, please.
But to echo what Ben said, also our loyal and amazing fans from all over the country. It's a pleasure to meet each and every one of you on our shows, and you know to keep coming back and keep us, you know, coming to these places. You know. Peoria, Phoenix, Sacramento, like Ben said, all across the United States. And so it's been a pleasure meeting everyone and looking forward to meeting everyone on the cruise as well.
Yeah. That's awesome, man. And before we get to Mello, guys, if you guys want to follow the breed right there, if you're watching your TVs, take your phones out. All you got to do is take a picture of the QR code right there. It'll take you to your social media sites. Make sure you guys follow, subscribe to all their stuff. That way you know where the Latin breed's playing. Dale, Mello.
Once again, huge shout out to all the Latin Breed fans, man. You guys are amazing with all the comments you give us online or even at the shows. Just the love and support is tremendous. Even with the newer guys, like I'm very new, like me and JB, only a few years, but you guys show us so much stuff. Like we've been there for decades, and it's beautiful. We love it. We thank you. Quick, huge shout out to my mother Lisa and my grandma Diane at our home, right up the road. And yeah, I'm looking forward to the cruise. My Uncle Chuck, my Aunt Melissa, and my Auntie Angie. We're all gonna have a great time. And shout out to my dad Pabs. He says, "What's up, Bumper?"
Yeah, you got it. Your dad's cool as hell, bro. Melo's got a cool pops. Tony.
Yes, sir.
He
was waiting for a question.
I thought this was an interview.
Present.
Have you heard an interview before? Well, I'm waiting for another question.
I feel for y'all now. Tony, Frank, we're coming, bro. You guys got to be on them the whole time. No, Tony, the microphone is yours, sir. Any saludos, any shout outs you want to do? Now's your time, sir.
First of all honor and glory to my Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ. I'm very grateful for all that he's given me and blessed me with, to be a blessing to many people. The gift that he's given me, for the stuff that I've been through physically since I was a little kid up till a few years ago, I'm very blessed. I want to send a shout out to my wife, Yolanda. We just celebrated our 38th wedding anniversary in December.
Nice.
And to my kids, Jeanette, Jessica, and Joseph, who are not little kids, they're all in their 30s. My grandson, Gavin. And to all the fans of the Latin Breed, thank you for supporting the band. If you see us there on the cruise when we get there, come by, say hi. To musicians, you have questions about music and you want to know, hey, well, what do y'all guys play on this song? come talk to me. I'll help as much as I can. I'm going to tell you right now, I don't know everything, but I'm going to try to help you to be a better musician. I think the gift of music allows us to be able to be a blessing to a lot of people, and that's what I think is important. And we hope to see you really, really soon, and God bless you.
So I want to warn you, if you show up to the cruise, right? You show up to the cruise with the guitar, and you sit next to Tony, and he's 4 waters in. And you're like, hey, I love this Latin Breed song, and you start playing it, I'm warning you now. You might not be coming back with a guitar. Some dolphin is going to be on some beach somewhere.
You better come correct.
You better come correct, or that guitar is gone. No, gentlemen, it has been an absolute honor and privilege, man, to have you guys here with me and Eddie on Bumpers Wacky Wednesday. Of course, you know, I know a lot of people watching. They were probably, when I said the Latin Breed, they were waiting. You know, we'll make it happen. We'll definitely make it happen. Maybe we can work on where they're doing a practice session one time when they get everybody together. Maybe we can go in and do something like that. I would love for people that maybe have never had a chance to see the Latin Breed. I think it would be it would be really, really cool.
Bumper, real quick.
Yes, sir.
Shout out to all our military, all the first responders.
Absolutely.
Thank you for your service. Not everybody gets to do that, and it's I think a very noble part of our community and what we have here in the United States. Blessings to everybody.
No, man, that's awesome. No, for sure. And, you know, before my final words, again, the Latin Breed, thank you guys so much. I greatly appreciate you guys being here. You know, to everybody who's been tuning in on YouTube and Facebook, sending the comments, our people on TikTok, everybody following Bumpers Wacky Wednesday on TikTok. Thank you. That's grown tremendously. Eddie's continues to keep it updated with great clips of Bumpers Wacky Wednesday. To the people who steal our clips and put them on theirs, hey, thank you, man. We love you guys too. We really appreciate you guys. Mello, that's already the fourth.
He's guilty.
That's fourth. No,
cut his mic.
It's you guys mentioned the word culture and stuff in our music, and so I just want people to know that, like, make sure we're showing our kids our culture and our music. Because so they're not saying, "Hey, sir," to Tony in the shop. They're like, "Hey, my dad showed me that breed song, right?" That's what you want. That's what we want, right?
Embrace your culture.
And it doesn't take every day where you're shoving it down their throat, but just ever so often, you know, you're driving somewhere, you're putting the music on, and they're on their phone, their headphones, like, take it down. And you know what? Check out this song right here, man. This song right here is about who we are. It's about whatever. Just give them a quick thing and let them listen to it, and then they can go back. But just something, you know what I mean? Get something going. And again, Latin Breed, thank you guys. Appreciate it so much. Eddie, thank you so
for
much.
having us.
Yeah, thanks for having us.
Show.
Thank you, Bumper.
And I want to leave everybody with this. I don't ever like, Wacky Wednesday is strictly music and stuff, but to everybody out there that's affected by everything that's going on in this country, man, just hold on. Just keep your loved ones close. Do what you're supposed to do, and we'll eventually get through what's going on in this country, right? Wherever you stand, and I'm not here to tell you where you need to stand. I'm just speaking. I love our country, man. I absolutely love what we stand for, and being able to travel and see people react differently to things. Like, our culture's badass. Everybody wants to eat our food. Mm-hmm. Everybody wants to drink our beer. Everybody wants to drink tequila, right? But at the end of the day, like, again, to each its own. I just hope there's better days coming for our raza. At the end of the day, and it is. There's going to be a light at the end of the tunnel, and we'll get there. So continue to support our industry, continue to support the Latin Breed, Tejano music, our culture, and we'll see you guys in 2 weeks. Unless Al Duarte hits me up tonight and says, "Bumper, you're covered," then we'll do something next Wednesday, definitely, right? From Bumpers Wacky Wednesday. On behalf of myself, Eddie Hernandez, and of course, these legendary guys, the Latin Breed, thank you guys so much. We'll see you guys in 2 weeks. Peace.
última cosa que Don Luis les dijo, será paz la fuerza y que viva el Tejano.